Search engine optimization, SEO. You know it, you love it. You might even be paying someone to SEO your website right now. But do you know the number one mistake that people make, including professionals, when it comes to SEO? I'm JP Rowe with Your Sales Energy, and I'm about to tell you. All right, so let's talk a little about SEO. Here's the first point, and this is where the big mistake comes from. We're going to reveal it real early into this video, right? So when you're talking about SEO, you've got SEO. I want to rank higher on Google. I want to be on the first page. Or you've got SEO marketing. I want revenue, meaning I want to make money by ranking higher on Google. I want to turn that traffic into more business for my company. These are two very different approaches. And see, whenever we're talking about anything with marketing, what we do as marketers or as business owners has to come from what we want. And what we want is to drive consumer behavior. That's where the revenue comes from. And see, forgetting that is the number one mistake that SEOs make. And we're talking everybody from amateur level all the way up to the pros. If you forget that, then you're doing it wrong. So the good news is that SEO marketing has a process, and we love processes. And SEO marketing also behaves like a funnel, which we also love funnels. Makes things very easy to grasp and very easy to control. A simplified version of it looks like this. It's kind of a little miniature version of what a larger built-out funnel or an email marketing funnel would look like. It starts up top here with intent and context. This is your searcher. What is their intent? What is their context? What brought them to that search engine to look for a solution or an answer? So, this is what they want, and this is why they want it. And this is where building those client profiles becomes a very important thing, again, as it always is with our marketing, because understanding that prospect is what's going to allow us to kind of determine what these questions would look like. And from that, we get our keywords, we get our search parameters that we're going to target with our campaign. Okay, so we know what they're searching for and why, and we develop our keywords and build our strategy around that. And then we want to make sure that we're sending them to an asset, a very specific asset. More than likely, we're sending that traffic to your website. So we're going to want something on there, on a landing page, ideally, that addresses that specific concern or that intent and context. Because the first thing that you need to do when you get that traffic to your website or any of your properties is satisfy the query. They're searching because they want something now, and you have to give it to them quickly. When you rank number one on Google and you're ranking on your home page, so somebody searches a very broad keyword string, they just search IT provider, and it happens to come up number one in Google. So they click you because you're number one, and then they end up going to your home page, which a lot of bounces occur there, and it's very simple why. I mean, the home page is broad. You don't know when someone searches IT provider, you don't know why they sat down at the computer and searched that. There could be hundreds of different reasons. So your home page is just, they land on there and there's a very good chance it has nothing that they're looking for. They don't even know what they're looking for yet. They may have just become aware of their own need or desire to look for an IT provider. So your home page is just this bounce factory, and that's why ranking your homepage number one, it's not always the most important thing about SEO marketing. Now, what's far more valuable is a situation where you have narrowed down an audience in a specific type of searcher, and you know what they're looking for, and you can give them an asset purpose-built to satisfy their query, which means that it's going to be a more narrow search with a lot more keywords in it, more than likely. But you're going to target that with your campaign and try to get those people to your page that says this is the exact answer for what you're looking for. And then, of course, we want a conversion out of that, because if we're just giving them an asset and sending them on their way, we've done nothing. We haven't really driven their behavior the way that we need to. So, in this case, the conversion doesn't necessarily mean turning them into a client, especially with search engine marketing, because you're dealing with people that could be at the beginning, in many cases, of a very long B2B sales cycle. They're not ready to be sold yet. A conversion here simply means that we want them to take a specific action. And that action is often sending them back to another asset, get them to convert again. More than likely what you're going to do very early in that process is just the asset's going to give them half of the information. There will be a conversion to get the full report or see more if you enter your email and download the ebook. And then you get them into an email sales site, an email sales funnel, lead gen funnel, and you put them through the longer process of nurturing them to the point that they're ready to make a buying decision. Again, the IT channel has a long sales cycle. It's a B2B industry. So it's very difficult with those broad search topics to turn that into a real marketing qualified lead. And if you do, it takes a lot of time. It's not going to pay off very quickly. So SEO marketing, generally takes a while to pay off. With a caveat, there are ways that we can use very specific proven methods to try to get traffic, search traffic, that's at the end of the sales cycle already. It's very similar to what we do in our rapid ROI strategy, which is email based. What we're doing, if we want to try to get quick results from an SEO marketing strategy, is we need to really drill down on what the search traffic is looking for at the end of their buyer's journey, which means that we're going to be looking at what are called long-tail keywords. You see, during the search experience, like I said, you start off at the top and you're searching a very broad topic. It could be IT company. But as you spend time researching, as you go through the process of discovering what your own needs are, what you're looking for, what you want from that IT company, your search becomes more and more narrowed down. And it's narrowed down by adding keywords. So it may go from IT company to IT company that handles Citrix in Los Angeles, or it could be something, anything like that, where you're adding these keywords to get a more specific result. So what we do is we target these long tail keywords, and as you see in this diagram, the reason they're called that is you look at the distribution of searches, and you've got your fat head at the top. These are your most competitive keywords, and they're usually just one or two words, like IT company. Very competitive, and they're very simple. And your middle, chunky middle keywords, or Goldilocks keywords, which are kind of a mix between the two. They're less competitive, they're easier to rank for, they're a little bit more pared down in what they're actually looking for. But then you have your long tail. Now, long tail keyword searches actually make up 80% of all searches, because eventually everybody gets to the point where they know exactly what they're looking for and they start typing in very specific strings of words to get there. And this is what you want to target if you want to try to get a faster return on your SEO marketing. You're going to target a specific search like IT provider who handles Citrix in Los Angeles, and you're going to then craft your asset to satisfy that specific query, or whatever that query is that you determine is the one you want to target. So you're going to have an ebook or a nice blog post or something that you can send them to, not your homepage, because they're well beyond that. They don't want to see that. You want to send them to that specific answer to that problem and show them that you're the ones that just happen to show up miraculously with the exact thing they're looking for. And then you ask for the conversion, and at that point you can be a little bit more aggressive with it. You can then make that conversion either a specific case study that illustrates somebody in that audience group getting what they need from you, and illustrates why you're the best person to provide it to them. It's going to help nudge them over into that buying decision. Or you could even try to do a consult, offer an evaluation of some kind, something to get you in front of them. Because once you've gotten someone on a search term like that, a long tail keyword, they're already pretty close to deciding who they're going to go with. They're about to buy, and you want to get them quickly. So that's why you want to make sure that that is built out a little bit different. That SEO marketing funnel is built out aggressively and very much ready to close the deal. Now, obviously, everything I just described is way more complicated than just ranking on Google, but you want to pursue it this way because this is actually how you get revenue. This is how you grow your business with SEO. There's really no benefit to just being ranked #1 on Google when it comes to conversions and making more money with your business. There's no award. There's no one going around saying, wow, you're #1 on Google. Here's some funding. It's a matter of what you do with the traffic you get. And what you do with that traffic is put them through a complete SEO marketing process and turn them into a new client. If you'd like more information about how we do this, or you'd like to discuss SEO marketing, learn more about the differences and how we approach it at Your Sales Energy, go ahead and give us a call, drop us an email. We'd love to hear from you.